The Institute of Education Sciences is the research, evaluation, and statistics arm of the U.S. Department of Education. IES supports research that addresses important issues in education and develops solutions that improve school readiness and education outcomes for all students.
Now remember, the more you practice,
the better you get.
And the better you get,
the more you learn.
And
school will be more fun.
We Have Skills is a social skills program for early elementary students in grades K to 3. It was developed to be efficient, quick, and easy for teachers to implement. When we received our development grant, we spoke with teachers and principals and even a superintendent and talked to them about what they were trying to do in terms of social skills, and found that teachers felt like they knew how to teach and knew what to teach. They didn't have the materials that they would like to teach the students, so we developed a set of lessons and videos to help them teach the students how to behave in the classroom. What are the expected behaviors for instruction while teachers are teaching them? And we wanted to make sure students understood that, like any other skill, like playing basketball or chess or learning math, you have to practice.
What are skills? Flor.
Things you know how to do?
You got it. Skills are things we learn to do through practice. Andrew.
Like riding a bike.
Yes, riding a bike is a skill.
And playing basketball?
Yes, and the more you practice, the better you get.
We Have Skills is packaged with a number of short videos, one for each week, one primary video that the students will watch. It's short, they're easy for teachers to administer, and then one video for each skill. And the skill comes with a song, with an animal. Each song is in a different genre. They're all written by Jesse Marquez, who is one of our developers. And it's intended to really get students excited about the program. It's short, very efficient. It's taught during, a lot of it at least, during classroom instruction. It's not a separate program where teachers, say, spend an hour teaching their social skills unit. We Have Skills teachers spend 5-10 minutes at the beginning of the day, beginning of the week really, watching a short video, and then they reinforce those skills throughout the day and throughout the week. And so it's kind of integrated within the rest of their instruction. Fortunately, We Have Skills is delivered in a way that's easy enough for teachers to implement without a lot of professional development in person. It was really designed to be very simple to implement for teachers, so they don't need to spend a lot of time learning about the program. They can just grab it and go. And so that makes it easy for us to recruit teachers from anywhere in the country.
You know, when the classroom is clicking along and they know what the expectations are and they have a real clear picture of this is what you should do if you need help, raise your hand. This is what you should do if you're feeling upset, so kids can work on controlling their anger, then it really makes my job easier as a teacher.
From the pilot study, we found pretty large effect sizes on our teacher efficacy outcomes. We wanted to see if teachers felt better about being able to teach social skills, and sure enough, they really did. The effect sizes were about 3/4 of a standard deviation, which we thought was very encouraging. The student outcomes were not as large. They're about 1/4 of a standard deviation, but still large enough that it gave us hope that this brief intervention could have effects that large. For We Have Skills, the next steps for research would be to, of course, replicate. We need to know for sure that it's working the way we think it is, probably with maybe a slightly different research question, like it might be nice to try to get whole schools to implement as a unit, like maybe all first grade classrooms. Because then teachers can work together. And then I think an effectiveness trial would be useful to allow us to see how well it works when we essentially give it to teachers and let them go. I think that for We Have Skills will not differ a lot from the efficacy trial. We also have a second program called We Have Choices that's sort of the big sister to We Have Skills for upper elementary schools, and it teaches a lot of similar skills but in a different format, more targeted to older children, and focuses very much on self-management and how to teach students to monitor their own behaviors. We'd really love to evaluate that program, and ultimately it would be nice to evaluate We Have Skills in the same school with We Have Choices as students move, say, second grade and third grade, so students get both programs back to back or maybe a year apart to see if the combined approach actually improves on either program by itself.
The Institute of Education Sciences' priority is research that contributes to improved education outcomes for all students. We fund research on new, practical, and innovative approaches that can help teachers and students successfully meet 21st century challenges.